Yourself, are you a big fan of the Hammer movie? You liked this kind of movie, yeah?
Yeah, I from a very, very young age, I think that's one of the things that Tim and I share. One of our similarities is that from a very, very young age, I was almost obsessed with horror films and horror characters, sort of monsters. I can remember getting in trouble in school at a very, very young age, you know, like 6, drawing pictures of Dracula and Frankenstein. And the Hammer horror films of the 50s and 60s were, it's almost like a different style. You know? It's like a different style of filmmaking, a different style of acting. It had a different look to it. It was, it's very stylized and kind of poetic in a way. It's
a lot of poetry. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The acting style in particular fascinated me because it's it's almost like right on the edge of, which is what I was trying to do. You know, take it just to the extreme where it's almost too much, but maybe it's just enough. You know, somewhere, you know, teetering on that. You know, balancing yourself on that edge. Sometimes in those films it was like bad acting, but bad acting in a good way, sort of very interesting acting. I mean, not Christopher Lee is a great actor, and Peter Cushing and Vincent Price and all those guys were terrific actors, but some of the sort of peripheral characters, it's questionable, you know. Yeah, I know, cinema is definitely a universal language. It's a powerful medium. And one that, you can use to try to stimulate others. They're completely different animals, the cinema of Hollywood and the cinema of France. I would say that France, you can call it cinema, and Hollywood, you have to call them movies, I think.
Or business, maybe.
Business, yeah. Yeah, they're very different animals. Hollywood is industry, and Europe is a bit more open to the possibilities and experimental and sort of pushing the parameters, the barriers, you know, and exploring other possibilities. We learn in America. We learn from Europe. I mean, we learn from French cinema. We learn from great filmmakers like Cocteau and Truffaut. I mean, that's our schooling, and we're far behind. I think we're a little far behind.